Hey guys, it's Amber and I'm getting ready to work on day 3 of my October daily album. It's going to be a nice simple photo. I have a photo of my new Apple Watch that I got. It has a picture of a cat and a witch hat sitting on a pumpkin. It's freaking adorable. So I thought that would kind of be fun. I'm considering my pattern paper. I originally thought maybe I would use this Heidi Swap pattern paper from this year's collection with the spider webs, but as I started considering some other things that I wanted to do with the project, so I was thinking, you know, it's a cat, I was going to maybe cut out this tag. I've kind of decided to go in a different direction. So I'm using this pattern paper from last year's Halloween collection, and what I think I want to do is stamp out witching hour. I thought that was kind of a cute play on the fact that it's a watch. Sorry, I got myself all stuck up here. Okay, so I'm thinking about using this Felicity Jane, sorry, not Felicity Jane, Ellie's Studio Star Jane alphabet set. It's from their December daily collection last year in 2021. They're pretty big, so these are just over 1.5 inch tall. So I couldn't do witching and this. I could have cropped it into a square photo, I guess. And I could do witching like all the way along the side, but I didn't feel like it needed to be that prominent. I felt like that was a little too much. But what's awesome about these star stamps, and one of the reasons why I invested in them, is because I thought it could be like celebration related, Halloween related, December related. So that's why I bought them. I dug through my stash and I have these Kelly Perky stamps. These are back from 2017. You can see I've never even used them, but they're a nice outline stamp that will coordinate well. So I'm going to stamp out witching with these, I believe. So that I think is just going to be along the side going that way. I'm considering doing another stencil here from Echo Park. This is from their Call of the Wild line. It's probably supposed to be bear paws, but I bought it because I thought cat paw prints. I have cats, so that was what I was thinking. I've never used this one yet, but I'm thinking about trying to do some along the side here and on this side, and then just leaving it alone. I think I'm going to use this color here. I considered white. I did consider black, but I'm going to be stamping in black. I think I'm just going to be keeping it really nice and simple with my VersaFine ink. I'm not going to be doing anything with any other colors. So I actually kind of tested it in the middle of the page where I know the photo is going to be covering it, just to see. It's going to be a subtle tone-on-tone color, which I like, because I don't need it to like stand out a ton, but I kind of just wiped it off and let it dry. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking that that will look really cool down the side there. And then as far as my number goes, oh, I also pulled out the Heidi Swap die cuts from this year. I had this witch hat I'm considering maybe putting along to the top of the photo. Not sure yet. I grabbed this Simple Stories puffy stickers. This is from their Spooky Nights collection. I want to say this is from 2021, but I'm not 100% sure. But I thought this Sweet and Spooky sticker was one in the right color story, but also it was perfect for This is Sweet and Spooky. I also grabbed my chipboards because there were several witch hats or little cats. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do something with those. And I'm debating which number I wanted to use. So I grabbed, these were still out on my desk from yesterday. This 3 kind of would coordinate because it's like my skin tone basically. But I thought it would pull that color somewhere else into the layout. So I'm considering that. I have these are so ancient. They're called Sprinkles. It's a glitter letter sticker. But I have some black chipboard glitter 3s. This is like a vinyl 3. And then I even got these. I considered maybe going holographic, or I have white glittery 3s. This is also a Sprinkles line. So just the type of, like, I don't have a huge stickers collection, believe it or not, but I do try to buy basics when I see them, especially something like this, which is numbers in a white sparkle. I've never actually used these holographic ones. I always have a hard time using them, but like Halloween feels like a good time to try to use them. And they're kind of large, but I'm thinking that if I start witching here, because it's actually not going to take up that much space, that this might be a good place to put my 3. The only other thing that I was considering doing, but I'm still not sure yet because of the texture paste, was I was thinking about maybe doing a tiny bit of light stamping using this as like just along the very edge of the photo, like underneath it, just to kind of give a little more texture, layer, dimension. So I should actually leave that out as well. So I'm excited. It's a simple photo. It's going to be really overall a simple layout, but I'm excited just to play with some fun and textures. It's actually kind of late in the evening, so I want to get this texture paste done and let it dry overnight, and then I'll be coming back to finish the layout and get the rest of everything done so I can finish filming for you guys. So one of the things I think I'm going to do is kind of position this where I think that it will look good balance wise. I know that the holes are going to go here, so I actually might as well just punch the holes now while I'm thinking about it. I'm definitely keeping this here because there's some type inside the distress that's legible in that direction. Just grabbing my punch here. This way I know exactly where the holes are going to be. Sorry, I felt that slip. I wasn't holding it tight enough. I know exactly where the holes will be, so I can go around them with my embellishments. But what I want to do is kind of lightly put some pencil lines where my, trying not to ruin this photo. I just printed out, see it's pulling the ink off. It's freshly printed, so I will probably reprint it since it just got ruined. I knew that would happen. These actually have a lot of stick to them. Goodness me. So just gonna put these back into place. The good news is I don't need the photo for a while. And one thing I was looking at is trying to figure out where or if I needed any journaling, but I feel like this is just one of those layouts that doesn't really need any journaling. So otherwise I could lift this up and maybe tuck the journaling behind, or you could make it flip out if you wanted. So just things I'm considering. I could even just like literally write with a pen, like, love this new watch watch band I got for fall. You know, it doesn't need to be mind-blowing. So I think I'm just gonna trace where the corners are, where my line of the edge of the photo is. Very lightly, so that I can see that. Hopefully you guys can see it on camera. It just gives me enough of a thing so that when I'm stenciling, I can see where that's going to sit. When I'm stamping, I can see where it's going to sit. And when this stamp's going to go in, I can still see where it's going to sit. So I'm going to move these back on here for now because they've already been distracted enough. I wanted to see size-wise if they were going to work or not. And the other thing that I'm going to try out is, I think I'm going to stamp with that Ellie Edwards stamp. I'm being brave because I only have one more sheet of this paper if I don't like the way it looks. Got my stamping tool here. I was debating grabbing my stamping block, but I almost never use one. I'm a bit of a perfectionist with my stamping, so I generally like a stamping platform. So I'm just gonna do a little bit here, peeking. I'm just trying to figure out if that's gonna compete too much. I'm gonna hold off. If I decide I'm gonna stamp later, I can stamp later. Because I don't want it to be right there and compete with the alphabet. I was like, where did I put my stamps? I'll hold off on that. Okay, so one thing I do want to do is I want to try out my new Tim Holtz craft mat. So I've actually had this for like a couple months now, and I honestly have never used it and sort of forgot that I had it. But I've kind of always wanted to try messing with it. And I think today will be a great day to use it with my Nuvo paste. So I think we'll grab my mint tape. So I talked about this in my title page video from the other day. I used the mint tape. It's from scrapbook.com. Mine is, I think, what's that, an inch wide? Yeah, an inch wide, and it's good because it doesn't have much tack, very, very low tack. So I'm just going to tape my paper down so it doesn't move too much. And then I'm going to tape the mask down. So unlike the other day when I was like masking off all of these edges, these are going to be, for the most part, under a photo, or you know what, these have even edges. I can use those. Thinking that's pretty good right there. So it would be okay if extra paste got on here, but I don't necessarily want extra paste on there because it would just be messy. So I'm just going to tape it like this to prevent I don't know why I'm taping this so silly. Just trying to tape it in place. There we go. Should have just grabbed one big piece. I don't want it to go too far over the edges. Okay. Got a little hair on there. Okay. I think we are ready. I feel like this is raised up a little more than I want, so I just want to put one more piece of tape down to kind of flatten it out. I'm just kind of like, hopefully get it to, I don't know, it's not really sticking to the surface enough there. So this is the travel size Tim Holtz Media mat, I think it's called. Obviously I don't use it nearly enough like a card maker would, or like a serious mixed media person would, which is why I just invested in the small one. But I got lucky and happened to just wait for it to go on a sale. It is glass, but I think mine even came like with the case either for free or it was like a combo. But now that I'm getting it out finally, I'm excited to use it. And I would love to start, I've been growing my Distress Oxide collection slowly. I think I have about 25 or 26 colors now. I'm not a huge stamper, but I've been slowly starting to add more stamping to my projects, and I really needed some variety of colors, but I'm not into like blending much, but I'd like to start getting like that. So having a tool like this where I can ink up the surface and spray water and blend colors and do all kind of fun things will be awesome. I just need to, sometimes I need to remind myself to do those kinds of things. I get stuck in the fill the pockets, add some chipboard, journal, rut, and sometimes I forget to enjoy the creativity and stuff with scrapbooking. But I've definitely been playing more, especially in my recent Savannah travel album. If anyone has watched that, you may have noticed I've been doing a lot of stamping and mixed media play and have a lot of fun. And I think when you get into the habit of pulling out your products and using them like this, you know, you just get more used to it and it starts to become, like I said, more of a habit. So I'm just trying to go back over a few spots where I pulled too much paste away, because I'm trying to, at this point, wipe the excess off the mat without pulling it out of the empty spots here. It's a delicate balance, but it's looking pretty good. Just need to respread a few spots. Sometimes it's better, it's easier just to gloop more on and then wipe it off. Okay, I think we are good. Let me grab a paper towel here. If you watched my title page video, you saw we had very quickly problems where I got stuff everywhere on my desk and on my project and on my hand, and I want to avoid that if possible. So the nice thing about a mat like this is that it just will wipe right off. Okay, moment of truth. Looks pretty good. So it might be hard for you guys to see, but there's definitely like a couple spots. Like this one got a little messed up. That one, these two on the end down here are not quite as thick as I would prefer. That is okay. It's gonna look really cute. This poor photo. Yeah, I really like that. I almost want to put like one more over there. Okay, wipe this off as best I can. I generally just wipe these off and then go wash it off in the sink. Same with my matte stencil, sorry. But I do want to wipe all this off. And I will go get a wet paper towel then, but I just want to remove this before I get it anywhere else, of course. And there's glitter in here, so I need to wipe it all off. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to dry. I'll probably add just like 2 or 3 right down here And then tomorrow I will come back and work on the rest of the project. Okay, friends, so this has dried overnight. I just want to give you a look at what it looked like. It's very tone on tone, nice and shiny. Really happy with how that came out. So I just need to grab my stamping platform and we'll get the stamping done here. So I'm just going to be keeping it simple with my VersaFine ink this time. One of the reasons why I love this ink is because it is great at picking up detail. It's a great black ink. Just looking for my photo here. Just want to kind of line it up, see how my spacing looks. I was a little too high. Usually I don't have them spaced out so much, but that looks pretty good there. Usually with this ink, it only takes like 1 or 2 presses. That actually is really good right there, but I'm going to do just one more to make sure that it gets nice and dark. It looks really good. Like I said, it's definitely one of my favorite stamping inks. Yeah, that looks fantastic. Really love those stars. Looks very festive. So I'm just going to clean these off. Actually, I'll wait and I'll do all the stamps at once. So let's pop those on here for now. And the reason why I'm not sticking this down in permanent position is because I need to reprint it. I'm gonna turn this. So I can see how my stamps are gonna look the other way. So for this one, my eye is going to need to be used twice. So I just have to pay attention to the spacing for that. And I'll probably start this and then speed through the rest of it so you don't have to watch me painstakingly place all of these, because it'll take me a while to get them all lined up. So just to quickly finish up the video here, you're going to see me fly through this. I'm going to stamp out witching with doing the eye twice, and then I'm going to mount my photo down. You'll notice I accidentally forgot to film. I added some of that texture stamp from the Ali Edwards new Halloween stamp. I'll have that linked for you in the video information. And then I added the puffy sticker from that Simple Story set. I'll see if I can find that to link it for you as well. I debated the cat with the witch hat, but ended up with the sweet and spooky sticker instead. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.